Good morning, community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. It's a beautiful spring morning here in the middle of February. We're going to get up to 80 degrees today, and we are expecting rain tomorrow, which could be severe. Are we already going into the severe weather season? It looks like we may be a little early. So in looking at the Farmer's Almanac for our area, they are stating that we will be able to plant earlier than normal. I don't know that if I believe that or not. We're going to keep watching and see, but I still think there's a chance of us getting another cold snap, certainly because we're just now at February 13th. So we've got another 6 weeks where anything could happen all the way to the 1st of April, and sometimes even freezes through April. The question is that going to be one of these years? And it is looking more likely that El Nino is going to come into play, but it may be a little later in the year than what was expected. So we may be going into a neutral pattern. So let's check our plants for our farm and also for those that come out to our plant sale. So these are many of our medicinal herbs. They are looking quite well. I'm excited at how well things are coming up. Greg is still planting, but you can see we just about have full trays of herbs and greens. We're going to have a vast variety of tomatoes for ourselves and also for those who want to share and come out and pick up some plants from us. We grow all of our plants using the regenerative method. We have a very large variety of peppers also. We're really excited about that. You can see some seed spots where they did not germinate, or maybe the cold weather got them, but all in all, and we always overseed, guys, all in all, they are looking fantastic. And today is time to up pot. We always enjoy growing our culinary herbs, and because we not only use them fresh when we're cooking, but we also freeze dry them, which preserves them fantastically to use year round. So we've got parsley, we've got our holy basil, we've got several different types of basil that all of our customers enjoy, but that we enjoy as well. These look like, these are marigolds. Yes, so we got to get these up potted. We have, let's see, some echinacea coming up. We have some, what is that? Cumin coming up. What is this? Oh, comfrey. We have a couple of comfrey plants coming up. We've got a little bit more seeds. We may try to reseed some of these, but this tends to be a very difficult thing to get going. We have, let's see, mugwort, more marigolds. We have some spinach. We have all kinds of great medicinals. Here's some of our cauliflower and broccoli. I'm going to try to plant some of this today. I'm a little high tunnel so I can take advantage of them and get some going. Look at this. This is, Elecampane. So we really upped our medicinal selection this year because not only do we believe in them, but our customers believe in them too, and we want to give them a good selection. Our dill is doing fantastic. Our marshmallow, which is a great medicinal herb. So we have all kinds of things going on here, guys. Here's some thyme. We've got our oregano. A couple of lavenders. You know, that's also very hard to get germination here. Look at those clouds. Isn't that bizarre looking? I've come back here to take a gander at the back acre where we are testing out building our soil with all this compost. And although it's getting soft and stuff, guys, we've not gotten hardly any rain this year, which is what is really needed for this stuff to start breaking down. We've just been so extraordinarily dry. But let's dig around and see what we got in here and see if it's improving our soil. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Let's come over here. There's a crawdad hole and see what's going on underneath. Yeah, see, it's not, I mean, it's wet. It's wet probably about 4 inches. Yeah, look how wet that is down there. So maybe if Greg gets out here with the tractor and kind of tills it around, starts to break it up a little bit, we might have a little bit of composting start. But yeah, you can see it. It's not going to be ready to use this year unless we dig a hole around it and plant in it like we did last year. But gosh, we'll surely see what we're going to be able to do with it as this planting season goes on. I don't know if we're going to try to till it because we're trying to really keep all the good biology in the soil. If we get a lot of rain like they're saying this spring, that's going to help us loads for that to start breaking down. And ta-da! My onions look like they're going to make it. I don't even see one of them that we lost. So I'm so excited about that, that these onions have rebounded. And boy, like I expected last weekend when we talked, with the warm weather, I thought that they just might do exactly what they did, and that is explode. Look at there, one of my taters are coming up in this little high tunnel. And I've got more that I got to get in the ground today are in one of these tubs. I've got some red taters, some German yellow or German white, and then I've got some Yukon Gold. The onions in the little high tunnel are looking fine and dandy. Greg has begun to clean out these tubs. He's also cleaned out the big high tunnel. I still got to get all of these out of these tubs, and then we will be ready to plant, my friends. We do need to refresh the tubs. You probably want to do it at least a third of new compost, good organic compost, if not a half, because these tubs do absorb the salts and stuff from the water because they don't get any rainwater. It doesn't wash out. So whatever water, and we do use well water, but it still will start to collect the salts and stuff. So make sure you have good drainage and make sure that you change out the soil in your tubs every spring. So I have all those seed potatoes in there, and I also have some vines, sweet potato vines from my plants last year that I've been able to keep alive. I'm going to go ahead and pop them in one of these tubs in the little high tunnel here because we do not look to get a frost or a freeze for the next 10 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plant them today because they need to get out of just that water and start getting some nutrients. And then if it looks like we're going to get a frost or freeze, I will snip some off of those and bring them in and root them. And I try to just keep those cycled until it's time to plant. If you're here in North Texas or south of us, it is time for you to start planting your carrots, your beets, your turnips, any of your root plants. You want to go ahead and get them in. You can also plant your greens. You can plant your spinach, your kale, your chard, your kohlrabi, your cabbage, your Brussels sprouts. We've tried to do Brussels sprouts here and they just take too long, and by the time they're about ready to start producing, it gets hot and then they just stop. In fact, I've got a little plant over there that's made it through the heat and the winter weather, what little we've had, and it's not producing. And so yes, your brassicas and your root plants, carrots, these are all ready to go. If you have even some onion starts, I would get those going. You could start maybe some onions by seed if that's something you wanted to do. If you have a cool spot and if you have a good variety. I think it's the short day onions that you're going to want to get for here in Texas. So I wanted to give you guys an update, let you know what's going on, let you know how all the plants are going, what our weather is like here. If the weather gets severe, I will surely let you know. Look at that up there. Isn't that strange? I will surely let you know and keep you posted, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on here at the farm. If you're new to our channel, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and that you subscribe and that you join our wonderful community because we do have an absolutely wonderfully gorgeous community. Love you all. See you soon. Get to planting. It's time, friends.